HiwayCAD AI ChatRoom.
The chat room in this case has two highlights. First, it incorporates a private knowledge base for the AI, allowing it to search for resources specific to the application before accessing public resources. Second, its network server security is impeccable, with an unassailable key that will leave hackers weeping.
AI ChatRoom.
In Google's Gemini AI, type "What is HiwayCAD?" The result was disappointing. Nothing was found. It can only guess randomly. Both use the Gemini AI large model and the same question. HiwayCAD uses RAG technology. We received rich and accurate answers. The logic behind the chat room is a server-side web API. Another alternative is Signal. After repeated deliberations, the more secure web API was ultimately chosen. Key point of RAG is the private knowledge base. This background video clip is an example. It is a .end file. It is RAG's favorite file format. Actually, any other plain text file format will work. MD files can be in any language. One set is enough. It can be in Chinese or English. Do not create one set in Chinese and one in English. The returned language should be specifically indicated. The identification criteria are not based on the user interface language. Instead, it depends on the language used in the user's input request. If Unicode is found in the request, whether it's purely in Chinese or a mix of Chinese and English, all responses were required to be in Chinese. During the development phase, web APIs can be developed and tested independently. This background video clip demonstrated how to operate. The examples used are the same as before. Still asking, what is HiwayCAD? Now, let's see the effect of changing the interface language. And it changed to a different page. As you can see, the chat room's interface language. The chat room interface language is also changed. Ask same question. What is HiwayCAD? The reply was the same as before, but the language changed. Chat rooms can be dragged and moved. Click the chat room button. Enables opening and closing of chat rooms. To close the chat room, you can also click the X sign in the upper right corner. On the same tab in the browser, changing the application page will not affect the chat room. However, if you open other browser tabs, the chat room disappeared. Actually, it still exists on the main tab.
Impeccable one-time key.
For server access security, this case employs a double locking system. The first lock uses a one-way random one-time key. One way. The key is not generated on the server side and then sent back to the user. Instead, it is randomly generated on the user's end. This prevents hackers from exploiting the time difference to launch attacks using a server-generated key. 2. Random. Inspired by Morse code, both sender and receiver tacitly agree on a book. The telegram text consists of page numbers, paragraph numbers, and word numbers. Even if sent in plain text, it cannot be deciphered by others, because they cannot know which book it refers to. If encrypted hash code is sent, it is completely unbreakable. 3. One time. Each key is used only once and then becomes invalid. This way, even if intercepted, it's useless anyway, as the intercepted key is already invalid. 4. The server still returns an identifier for the user to identify, forming a coherent series of questions and answers. The other lock is the user's device fingerprint, including IP address, computer configuration, and browser specifications. Upon the first access to the server creates a new identity profile in its database. Therefore, subsequent accesses will 1. Requires identity verification. 2. Block malicious and frequent access.